There are two things in life that are awesome: wrestling and superheroes. And when they come together, that's pretty sweet. As Marvel started putting out more and more movies, we began seeing wrestlers popping up in them. Let's look at every appearance by a member of the Squared Circle and see what they're like. We all really love this part from the 2002 Spider-Man movie. In the early scenes, Peter Parker is getting the hang of his newfound superpowers and decides to join a wrestling competition to earn some cash. His opponent in the ring is Bonesaw McGraw, played by the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage. What makes this scene so great is watching Macho Man in action. Showcasing his wrestling skills with some impressive moves. The energy in the ring is electrifying, and you can't help but get caught up in the excitement. One of the highlights is when Macho Man delivers his famous line, adding a touch of humor to the intense match. In the 2002 Spider-Man film, there's this really cool scene that I love. Peter Parker, who later becomes Spider-Man, decides to enter a wrestling tournament to earn some money. In the ring, he faces Bonesaw McGraw, played by the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage. What makes this part so great is seeing Spider-Man use his new powers in a wrestling match, and of course, hearing Macho Man's famous line. But here's the twist. It turns out to be a cage match, adding an unexpected challenge for Spider-Man. The action starts right away, with Spider-Man doing some impressive moves. However, Bonesaw gains the upper hand by using a steel chair to slam Spider-Man into the cage. The match heats up until Spider-Man delivers a series of kicks and flips Bonesaw into the ropes, concluding the showdown. In the first X-Men movie, there's a wrestler you might not know about called Big Sky, who plays the character Sabretooth. In the story, Wolverine and Rogue are driving through Canada when they unexpectedly face an attack from Sabretooth. This tough villain defeats Wolverine in their first encounter. And it's up to Storm and Cyclops to step in and save the day. Throughout the film, Sabretooth continues to cause trouble, but his final showdown happens on top of the Statue of Liberty. During the rematch between Wolverine and Sabretooth, the big fight unfolds with both of them trying to outdo each other. However, Cyclops intervenes and unleashes a powerful blast that sends Sabretooth plummeting. The villain crashes through a boat, marking the end of his menacing presence. It's a dramatic moment in the movie where good triumphs over evil, and Wolverine, with the help of his fellow mutants, prevails against the formidable Sabretooth. In the third Blade movie, known as Blade Trinity, Triple H, a famous wrestler, takes on the role of a vampire named Jarko Grimwood. Like in the X-Men film with Sabretooth, Triple H's character is more of a sidekick to the main villains in this story. However, it's essential to note that Triple H's performance in the movie is outstanding. One memorable scene features him in a police station, where he confronts Ryan Reynolds, chokes him, and wreaks havoc by firing his weapon. Towards the movie's climax, as the heroes try to escape, Triple H's character intensifies the action by pursuing them relentlessly. It's quite a sight. You should see what happens next. After the movie's done, we'll make a moving picture of Triple H as a vampire on the run. He's got some awesome things to say in this movie. It's pretty cool because this guy's not just an actor. He's also a big deal in a huge, super rich company. Now, let's talk about Triple H's standout performance in Blade Trinity. In this third installment of the Blade series, Triple H takes on the role of Jarko Grimwood, a vampire henchman serving the main villains. Don't get me wrong, Triple H is fantastic in this movie. One memorable scene takes place in a police station, where he chokes out Ryan Reynolds and wreaks havoc with gunfire. However, the real highlight comes towards the end when Triple H faces off against Reynolds once more. What makes this scene truly awesome is that Triple H busts out two of his signature wrestling moves, a running power slam and his iconic knee facebreaker. While a pedigree would have been the cherry on top, fans are still treated to some classic Triple H action. As the showdown intensifies, it seems like the cerebral assassin is about to claim victory over the future Detective Pikachu. Yet, in a surprising twist, Reynolds' character, Hannibal King, cleverly sneaks a light bomb into the vampire's mouth, ultimately defeating him. The movie producers were so impressed with Triple H's dedication and performance that they decided to add extra lines for him, expanding his role. In 2004, Marvel was all about wrestlers popping up in their movies, and The Punisher was no exception. The main baddie wanted to eliminate Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, so he brought in the Russian, played by Kevin Nash. the Russian and Punisher had an intense showdown, feeling like a hardcore wrestling match from the Attitude Era. A highlight for me was when Punisher threw a grenade at the Russian while taking cover in the bathroom, but the Russian effortlessly batted it back in. The brawl continued, resembling a no-holds-barred wrestling bout, until Punisher improvised by tossing scorching hot water at the Russian, and they both tumbled down a flight of stairs, concluding the brawl. While it might not be the ultimate scene, it delivered some thrilling action, and during filming, Kevin Nash accidentally got stabbed with a real knife. Yet, the WWE Hall of Famer was so pumped about the scene that he didn't notice the injury until after they wrapped up filming. Now that's what we call unwavering dedication to the craft. The Russian is this big, tough guy hired to take down Punisher, and the fight they have is like one of those wild matches you'd see in the past. They both go all out, smashing through stuff, and Punisher even tries using a grenade, but the Russian's too strong. He just sends it right back. It's a pretty intense moment in the movie, even though it's not the biggest standout. Kevin Nash did a great job as the Russian, but what's really crazy is how he handled getting accidentally stabbed. Most people would freak out, but not him. In 2014, Batista, known to wrestling fans as the Animal, stepped into a different kind of ring as he landed a role in Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax. The Guardians, a group of misfit heroes, cross paths with him while locked up in the Kailan. Initially, their meeting doesn't go smoothly, but as the story unfolds, Drax becomes an integral part of the team. This marked a significant shift for Batista, as he embraced the character of Drax in a way that went beyond mere appearance. What's remarkable about Batista's venture into the Marvel Cinematic Universe is the scale of his involvement compared to other wrestlers who dipped their toes into acting within the same franchise. The Animal has eclipsed them all, having participated in as many Marvel movies as all the other wrestlers combined. Drax, the character he portrayed, contributed not just brawn, but also some of the most memorable lines in the MCU. These moves from the wrestling ring to the big screen showcased Batista's versatility and helped him carve out a substantial presence in the world of acting. It's a testament to his ability to adapt and excel in different arenas, proving that the Animal can conquer not only the squared circle, but also the vast universe of superhero cinema. In the 2014 film Guardians of the Galaxy, Batista, known as Drax, joins the heroes after a rocky start in prison. Unlike other wrestlers in Marvel films, Batista has appeared in more movies and delivers some of the best lines, especially in Infinity War. He must have learned disappearing tricks from John Cena. Now that we've talked about Marvel, there's a bunch more to explore. Wrestlers have popped up in all sorts of movies, bringing their flair to different stories. From action scenes to funny moments, they've left their mark. Want to catch more fun discussions like this? Hit the subscribe button and stick around for more exciting chats about your favorite movies and characters.